The Garten of BanBan series has introduced a lot of characters, but not all of them have made it to the end. Some have suffered horrifying and painful deaths, leaving a lasting impact on the story. In this video, we're going to talk about who had the worst death in the entire series. The first one is pretty obvious: Queen Bounia. Her fate is one of the most painful and tragic in the series. In BanBan 4, because of Bittergiggle's terrible joke, Queen Bounia starts laughing uncontrollably. This causes all the naughty ones to escape from her pouch, which could have led to her suffering immense pain. Right now, we don't officially know if she's dead or just unconscious, but there's a strong clue that she didn't survive. In BanBan 6, Bittergiggle himself states at one point that Queen Bounia is probably dead because of his joke.
And I still went ahead and said that stupid joke! And now the Queen's probably dead because of me.
This heavily suggests that she didn't make it. Speaking of brutal deaths, we can't ignore Sir Dadoo and the Notified Army. As we all know, the Notified Army consists of multiple characters, and they all fought against jumbobosh at the end of BanBan 7. But despite their numbers, none of them stood a chance against jumbobosh's overwhelming strength. The fight was brutal, and it's heavily implied that all of them, including Sir Dadoo, were beaten to death. Some fans still believe they could be alive somewhere, but there's no real evidence of that. Right now, it looks like they suffered one of the most painful deaths in the series. Now, let's talk about an important character, Bittergiggle. His notified version transforms into a monstrous, hellish form and chases the player, but Sheriff Toadster steps in to save them.
Jump! I'll catch you! I got you! This is not how I imagined I'd be spending my afternoon.
However, Bittergiggle's hellish form is too strong. He breaks down a door and attacks Sheriff Toadster, forcing him to fight back. In an act of self-defense, Sheriff Toadster accidentally kills Bittergiggle.
No! I didn't mean to.
It's okay. I deserve this.
What makes this death even worse is that as Bittergiggle lies on the ground in pain, he still manages to laugh at one final joke. Even in his last moments, he couldn't escape his nature, making his death both tragic and eerie.
Wait, that's actually not bad at all.
Another painful death that can't be ignored is what happened to Captain Fiddle's crew members. In BanBan 2, we see most of them in a horrific state. Many are motionless, some have lost their eyes, and others are lying on the ground as if they were brutally beaten. The worst part? We still don't know who or what did this to them. Only one crew member is confirmed to be alive, but the rest appear to have suffered an incredibly painful and mysterious fate. Now let's talk about Little Beak. In BanBan 6, she suffers a horrifying injury, but some fans believe she might still be alive in her normal form. However, nothing is confirmed, and until we get more answers, her fate remains one of the most tragic in the series. And finally, we have Ramba, the terrifying main villain of BanBan 0. Despite being one of the scariest monsters in the series, even he couldn't survive against BanBan's hellish form. During the events of BanBan 0, Flumbo, BanBan, and Truffletoot fall into the cavern tunnels while being chased by Ramba. Eventually, Ramba corners Flumbo at a dead end, but just as he's about to attack, hellish BanBan steps in. So yes, this is how Ramba died in disturbing way. But there's another death that's both disturbing and funny. The deaths of the unnamed Jester experiments in BanBan 6. These malformed versions of Bittergiggle come in different colors, but out of the 7, 2 of them are dead. They don't necessarily die in a disturbing way, but rather in a funny way.
Not a chance. Your jokes are trash.
You'll have one leg. Everybody will think you're the joke when you're hopping around like a bunny. We must get back together to prevent that.
Oh, you make a good point. Let me think about it for a second. Never!
Finally, let's talk about what might be the absolute worst death in the series, the unnamed citizens in BanBan 7. A total of 2 unnamed citizens are killed by Syringin, and these deaths are brutal. Syringin doesn't just attack them, he completely butchers them in one of the most violent ways possible.
Some loser that nobody will remember. Those aren't the scissors. How many times do I have to teach the difference between hammers and scissors? You useless waste of resources. You think Vibanium grows on trees? You're getting repurposed.
Out of all the deaths we've seen in Garten of BanBan, this might be the worst. And lastly, we have the deaths of the naughty ones. These terrifying creatures have played an important role in the series, but in BanBan 7, 2 of them meet their end. One naughty one is actually killed by the player on Syringin's orders, showing just how powerful and manipulative Syringin is.
You slimy patient! Kill it! Fine, you got me. Kill it, and I'll let you go. Thank you.
The second naughty one also dies, making it clear that even these dangerous creatures aren't invincible. Did we miss any important deaths? Let us know in the comments. And if you want to know more about the missing characters in Garten of BanBan, click on this end screen video.